Oh, Zuvi wasn't kidding about the cold.
Jar wasn't kidding. There's no way anyone could find anything through all the snow.
Keep going, Ryder. Try not to make any sudden movements. You're probably being watched.
Oh, lovely.
Haters. I need to warm up for a bit. This cold is cutting through to the bone.
Almost at the base now. Make sure you talk to Commander Anyik when you arrive.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
I
Life
understand.
support restored. Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder.
Heard about Kiva. I still can't find him.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Set out alone to search for him.
Life
And
support
she's
is
as
stable.
tough as her brother.
But I love you, Hera.
I know.
Who knows how much time we have?
That's the wrong size of placement, Polly. I think it's wasting time.
Trust me, this will work.
Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
Gonna need some kind of stimulant.
I have
Don't
the
worry.
giant Zuma.
They
They're
don't.
out of everything else.
Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Shouldn't you be talking to the commander?
I'm Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative. From...
Wonderful. You're from far away. Do they have magical healing where you're from?
Nothing more advanced than what you have?
Then where you're from is useless to me right now. Stand over there.
The commander said the alien wanted to help. What we needed. The emergency caches, maybe.
Emergency caches?
This is a war zone. Kett attacks are always a risk. Wounded? There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies nearby. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll survive long enough to reship.
Problem is the caches are empty right now. Restrained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with whatever you need.
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them. You have a vehicle?
Of course.
Good. Get going. Give me a double dose of Zuma, quick!
Double?
If you need patching up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through and I need to see to them.
Is it just you here?
Volunteer medics are hard to come by, especially ones who can handle Voeld.
It's actually warm in here. Those heaters work pretty well.
We don't use them for heat. They generate artificial sun, so we don't go dark.
What do you mean, go dark?
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know about that. Our bodies generate energy from sunlight. If we don't get enough, our immune systems weaken and our bioenergy slows. We go dark.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to keep morale up. Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity drops, people get sick. But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Maybe we should talk to the requisitions officer.
Keep moving.
These are the emergency medical supplies the doctor mentioned. We have to get them to the caches. Sam, you saving the location data?
Of course, Pathfinder.
Heard about that dog? You're the alien Jarl brought. A possible asset, he says. We've allowed you into our base at his request. I am Anyik Dozil. Remember the name, because if you betray us, I will kill you myself. Be assured that what I do to you will make the stars turn their faces and grow dark.
I have no intention of betraying you.
Say what you want. It is the hands that reveal true intention. If you wish to prove yourself, be an ally in our fight against the Ked. Despite our best efforts, their growing forces remain a threat to our people. Speak to our lookouts, who watch the valley. They'll know where our need is dire. Go now. I have other things to attend to.
I should be going out there with you. My presence will make other Angara less suspicious of you.
He knows what he's talking about. I think you should listen.
I'll consider my options and get back to you if I change my mind.
All right then. I'll keep my comms open so I can keep up with what you're doing.
Sounds good.
In the meantime, is there anything I can help with?
Tell me more about Voeld.
Voeld is an important planet for my people. Our capital, Estraya, is here. We only recently won it back from the Ket, and the city is still rebuilding. For some reason, the Ket now focus their attentions on this part of Voeld. That's why the Resistance is set up here.
The Resistance seems pretty busy here. There must be lots of Ket.
Yes. The Resistance has fought the Ket on Voeld for a very long time. Our fighters are frustrated. No matter how many we kill, there always seems to be more.
I have to get going. We'll catch up later.
Stay clear, Pathfinder.
Hold. Hostile patrol approaching. Patrol soon. You think I'll see...
Pathfinder, I was told to expect you. Davia Kars, Chief Intelligence Officer.
They don't venture this close
I
to
want to brief you on Voeld. Any questions about the planet? Ask away.
How does the Resistance plan to win this war?
We don't have the forces to fight a planet-wide war. Our only hope is a strategic strike. The center of all Ket operations on Voeld is across the valley. If we take down their command structure, it will weaken them. At least, that is our hope.
Is that a map of Voeld?
A living map, yes. Every region on the planet is represented. Updated in real time as we get information from scouts and contacts. You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Tetchiks, and Yarnik, the archaeological dig the Ket have occupied.
The bright spots on the map, are those cities?
Cities under siege by the Ket, yes. The largest, Estraya, was our capital.
Was?
It's hard to think of a city as a capital when it's just a maze of empty streets and burnt-out buildings. But buildings can be rebuilt. We are more than our cities.
Tell me more about Estraya.
It's the recent focus of Ket attacks. They think they can break our spirit by tearing down our walls. The Ket learned that we fight to the death, and they would rather we submit. So they destroy our Dara, our homes. They drive us into the cold and expect us to give in. They underestimate the Angara.
You mentioned the word Dar. What does it mean?
Well, translated directly, it means rock foundation. A Dar is smaller than a city, but larger than a settlement. There are several out here. Angara who live in Dara are combat trained, ready for anything.
I guess they'd need to be.
They take pride in defending themselves. But the Ket are bolder lately. The Dara are their new target. We've had to change our tactics to protect them. More patrols for the Dara means fewer raids on Ket camps. The Ket know this and use it against us.
I think I have enough info.
If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Feeling kind of honored we get to see all this.
You don't win a war without good organization.
An impressive surveillance system.
I looked over the recruits' effort centers.
Hostiles 2 clicks south of you.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything is running fine.
Your communications say otherwise. You haven't received a shipment in weeks.
Those data pads are encrypted. How did you... I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Ket. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
I can take a look at the drop point. That way no one will panic.
I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point. Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder.
This operation's bigger than I thought.
Let's try to make a good first impression.
But I brought solid setup here.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
From higher, do I?
Whoa! Didn't mean to sneak up on you. Your commander said you could show us the valley.
Zeke, I don't want to talk to it. You talk to it.
Stop it, Beniska. The commander sent word. We knew they were coming. Yeah, we can show you the valley. What are you looking for?
I'm here to help your people. Know anyone who needs it?
We've got reports from Hajara about someone trying to rescue a kidnapped family. See those red lights? That's it. If you're here to help, like the commander says, you could start there. Anything else?
Those red lights. You said that's Hajara?
Yes. Hajara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help if you haven't checked it out already.
How do they live out there?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Ket attack?
We've adapted to that too. The Ket want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Ket Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Ket operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Ket seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Do you know of any remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Zeke, do you ever read the dailies?
No. You'll tell me if I need to know something.
So where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yeah, you behave. We're watching you.
Tempest, we're gonna need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Okay, Sam, what's Voeld got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Voeld.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
Any suggestions on how to get on Ephra's good side?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop.
Please be careful, Ryder.
Trust me.
How about we don't gun it down the icy mountain?
Temperature's back to normal. Ket, coming this way!
Hit them fast before they reach the base! All shields! Charging through! Over here! Grenade incoming! Pathfinder, this way!
Scott, they almost got past me.
Easy, are you alright?
Better now that those Ket are dead. Ah, I thought I could lead them the other way. If you hadn't come along, they'd be halfway to our camp by now.
How bad are you hurt? Can you make it back?
It'll be comical, but I can walk. And I know a secret route to the camp. Just wide enough for one. I can get back faster than your rover.
Have the Ket tracked down the resistance here?
No, these scum caught a signal flash and were too stubborn to ignore it. You didn't give them time to report in. All their superiors will know is that they went missing in the blizzard.
What are you doing out here?
I'm just a scout. I'm supposed to make sure the Ket get lost out here and stay lost. But they were more prepared than I thought. I got careless.
We have to keep going.
Go. I'll roll the Ket bodies off the cliff before I head back.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Nice work.
you apart.
And it's hell.
Why were Angara attacking us?
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad nearby.
Someone help!
Axul. Should I know about it?
Pathfinder, I have informed Olisk. The drop point is secure.
Good. The Resistance should get their supplies now.
My sensors read a mineral not found in my database, Pathfinder.
That's something we can scan for Chief Lucan?
It would improve his geophysics VI considerably. Cat ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution.
Pretty sure the AI rulebook doesn't insist the Pathfinder always gets to drive.
I swear I will turn this car around.
Ken, keep sharp.
If you're security, be secure.
I know what I'm doing. This job didn't exist until I started doing it.
We screw up, none of our jobs will exist.
I'm aware, thanks.
We saw this area from the lookout post.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
Reminds me of a snooty bar in London that only served drinks over fancy off-world ice.
Someone around here probably knows what that ice is for.
Well, that's an enormous ice cube.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
The alien. We heard reports.
They'll probably affect.
Can't imagine anything here interests
The
you.
microbe variety in the top layer is completely different. They contain traces of 4 different radioactive isotopes.
Just exploring to familiarize myself, or see if someone needs help.
Now, try Skiot if you haven't already spoken to him. He's been looking for someone to help him. Now, is there anything you need from me?
You were saying something about ice talkers?
Huh? Don't let anyone hear you. Stupid story that started years ago when Dinor and I were students in Australia. Talk to Dinor. He knows more about how that tale spread.
What are you doing with this giant block of ice?
That was cut out from below Hijara. We're right above an inland sea and the ice goes deep. Very deep. Everything under the first layer was perfectly preserved from a time before the Scourge. There's a lot we can learn from the composition of the deeper layers. Microbes, ancient life forms, all untouched by the Scourge.
I won't disturb your work.
Only the Ket showed us the same courtesy.
The numbers check out. I don't know what else I can do to strengthen my argument. Oh, hello. You're that rider alien everyone's talking about. What can I do for you?
You said something about ice talkers? What are those?
Oh, that's something of a joke between me, journalists, and everyone who went to school with us in Australia. One of our classmates was at an old archaeological dig and thought he heard a voice through the ice. 2 months later, another group claimed they heard the same thing, an angry voice.
What was it?
Too much Malay, that's what journalist says. Now it's become something of a joke between us.
We can't just attack an entire Ket base.
So you're just giving up on Neilj? He was your best friend.
No. I'm saying we need to think about this. Get in touch with Buxton and form a proper plan.
They could be dead or worse by the time your thinking's done. You're that alien people have been talking about. Some say we can't trust you. But if you're here to fight Ket, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Ket kill people. They take our families and we never see them again. Anyone who fights against that has to be better than them. So, will you fight them? I know the location of the labor camp where they took my uncle.
What's a Ket labor camp for?
Different things. They put people in cages there. Sometimes they make them work. Sometimes they collect Angara, and once they have enough, they move them. And sometimes they just kill them. My father died that way.
That's rough. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make sure I don't lose more family.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nilge may not have much time.
This isn't Haval. You spend too long out there in the dark, you'll get weak, sick, or worse.
It's bad. I get it. How do I stay alive?
The moment you see sunlight, break cover. Soak up all the rays you can.
I'll be a target.
Not for long. You'll get a lot from just 5 minutes of exposure. After that, get back under cover.
The human is listening to us.
You here to learn survival tips from old Percy?
Why does your kind need the sun?
We draw nourishment from solar radiation. Keeps us sharp. Even healed minor injuries.
But we have to keep out of sight, or the cat will spot us.
You sound like an expert, and I'd like to survive.
What I can teach wouldn't help. Different biology.
Your body can't store a charge.
If you go too long without sunlight, do you get sick?
Lack of regular exposure puts our bodies under stress. Too much of that, and we're no use to anyone.
Have to keep my strength up for the resistance.
Good luck out there.
I'm ready to go, Posse.
Not so fast. You still don't know how to read a weather pattern.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
How's the dig going?
We can't get deep enough to take a proper sample. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have finished days ago.
Try asking arm roll about it.
Someone said they saw an alien arrive at the Resistance base. Now here you are. Oh, I wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Is there something I can do?
Maybe. I didn't think you'd be familiar with our machines. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
High-powered communications array, most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
Ket?
The signal has no identifiers. It is possible the Ket are disrupting or listening in on Angara communications.
What is wrong with this thing?
I'm reading a temperature decrease. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Let Yaren know. She'll take care of it.
was an alien lurking about the place. Don't try to start something. We're all combat trained by the Resistance and prepared to die. And try not to disturb our data probes. Our research is valuable, though it may not mean much to you.
Takes guts to be stationed out here alone.
They only send scientists who can handle themselves in a fight. Since the Resistance can't always protect us, we protect ourselves.
Are you in charge here?
Lead researcher. Worked as a seismologist on Aya before I volunteered for Hijara.
You volunteered?
We all did. Aya is fine, but all that green gets boring. I can't speak for the rest, but I came here for the adventure. So far, Voeld has lived up to my expectations. Always a new mountain to scale.
How long has this station been around?
Only a few years. This used to be Ket territory before the Resistance pushed them out. We've discovered a wealth of resources the Ket protected out here. Metals, minerals, even a new species of edible cold weather fungus.
All that was hidden under the ice?
And more. We've only scratched the surface.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Well, I haven't seen many of your kind around here, but I've heard lots about the Pathfinder from my friends on Aya.
All good things, I hope.
So far.
Do you get much business out here?
I do all right. The trick is to not stay in one place too long. I travel between here and Techix. Sometimes they even make it up to the Resistance camp.
Isn't that dangerous with the Ket all around?
I've had a few close calls, but they haven't caught me yet. The stars are on my side.
I'll take a look at your stock.
Got plenty of supplies.